What's up, YouTube world? It's your boy Lucha Lucha, aka Matthew J. Brownlee, and I'm back with another pay-per-view review. I'm on the pay-per-views, Extreme Rules. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Handy dandy notebook. Yeah, WWE put themselves on a pay-per-view, and it was pretty good. It was good. All the matches were good. There was not a bad match. There was a questionable ending to a match, but even that ending to me, it wasn't even the biggest deal. Like, I can understand why people didn't like it and stuff like that, but it was what it was. I did not watch the pre-show because I had work and people hate me, and I just work was just trash. But what was not trash was Extreme Rules. Extreme Rules was great. Liv Morgan faced off Carmella in the pre-show. I heard that Liv got a lot of love and she got a win. I heard it was a good match. Maybe I'll go back and watch the match, but I didn't end up watching it, which is unfortunate. But the opening show starts with New Day. They get lots of love from the crowd. They're facing off against AJ Styles, Omos, and Bobby Lashley. This was a typical six-man tag that could have been on Raw. Like, you know those matches that like you have like a match and then like somebody interrupts and then that turns into a match and then somebody else interrupts and it turns into like to a six-man tag. That's kind of what this was, but skip the one-on-one or the tag team match that leads to this and just made a decently sized six-man tag match from the start. This was good. This was good stuff. AJ and Xavier Woods start off, and they're going back and forth. And AJ is working on Xavier's leg. He's taking his leg out, and he tags in Kofi Kingston. That gets a huge pop. And then he gets his legs. He takes his legs out. He was like, "Yeah, I take your leg out. I take your leg out. I take the champ's leg out too." So Big E tags in. The crowd goes crazy because they love Big E because Big E's the best. And Big E just clotheslines AJ Styles and just tosses it in the corner. Just give me one of them. Just give me either one of them. I take them both. So Bobby Lashley tags in. Bobby Lashley gets a little advantage, but then Bobby gets taken out by Big E, and they do the unicorn stampede on Bobby Lashley. They're taking out Bobby Lashley, and then they're going on the outside, and then AJ and Omos come around there, and then that's when Bobby takes advantage of Kofi after he brings him back in the ring, and then they're pretty much just putting a whooping on Kofi Kingston for a good hot minute. Omos gets in there. He's beating up Kofi. Just slamming him, picking him up, hit him with the Davey Boy superplex. Hit him with one of those, the Sterling superplex, but I don't think he did the one hand thing that Bobby Lashley does. But he did one of those. Pins him with his foot. That was hilarious. Tags in AJ Styles. AJ Styles starts mollywopping him. Bobby Lashley starts getting in and starting to beat him up. And then Kofi Kingston finally gets the hot tag. He gets it to Woods because Bobby Lashley was about to get taken out. He took out Woods for a little bit, and then Big E went to get in, but he took out Big E, took the legs under from Big E, tossed him to the ramp, and then Woods tags in, and then Woods gets beat up. Kofi tags back in, gets beat up again. I think AJ Styles get tagged in somewhere in that, and he gets beat up, and then Big E finally gets on the ramp. He tags in, and I think Bobby tags in, and then Big E's going on the run. He's beating up everybody. He's hitting his hits, and he tags in AJ Styles because AJ Styles was getting beat up, and then he was popping Omos on the corner. He kept hitting Omos and stuff like that. And then towards the end, Bobby Lashley seemed like he had everything. I think he had hit Big E with a flatliner, and he was about to get ready for the spear. AJ Styles tags himself in. He was like, "I got this, big man. I got this." And Bobby was like, "Really?" So he's about to go in, and AJ's going to hit the phenomenal forearm. Bobby tags himself back in, AJ goes for the phenomenal forearm. Biggie ducks it, turns around. Lashley's about to spear him, but he moves out the way. He ends up spearing AJ instead. Goes for a big ending, hits it, 1, 2, 3. Biggie wins for his team. Good fun stuff to open the show. Next after that, Street Profits versus Usos. Chef's kiss. This is just good stuff. Profits get a lot of love. Montez Ford is selling that injury from Roman Reigns and Bloodline from Friday. He had like taped ribs at first, and I think Angelo Dawkins starts the match with Jimmy Uso, maybe. He was getting a little bit of offense in there on Jimmy. Sorry, I'm really tired, and I'm doing this at like 8 in the morning. But yeah, this was just fun. As soon as Montez Ford gets in, he gets a couple of hits in, but those rib bones are just like not feeling it. And they take him out for a little bit. They're just double teaming him. I think he tried to do something. I think they like caught him and threw him on a barricade. Towards like the middle of the match when it was getting interesting, Montez Ford was like, he took out. I think they took out Angelo Dawkins, and then like Montez Ford like from like one like Ricochet does this. He goes from like the one ring post. He like hops over it and he like hops on the Usos, and then he went to hit a splash. Nope, I lied. That was before. I lied. So before they went to do a thing, Montez Ford hit he hit the I don't, it was like a spine buster, but they called it something else. And then Montez Ford went to go for a splash from the heavens, but then they reversed it. He kicks out, and then he does it again. That's when he does the flip thing, and then he hits it that time. But he took too long, and then Jay or Jimmy, whichever one, made the save. Jimmy has super kicked Montez Ford's face off, and then he hit a splash on Angelo Dawkins. Angelo Dawkins kicks out. I think they do like a super kick on him, and then he like barely kicks out of that as well. And then yeah, they take out Montez. They take out Angelo Dawkins. Double super kick to Montez's face, and then they hit the double Uso splash on Montez Ford to get the win, and still SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Fire. Oh, I think there was also a thing where during the pre-show, I think they said that the commentary was speaking like English and Spanish or something like that. So then like Pat McAfee like during this match when he got introduced was like speaking like French and like German and stuff like that. It was hilarious. Bobby Lashley does like a backstage promo. He pretty much said that he's tired of Big E running like a coward. Like he attacked him from behind, cashed in his Money in the Bank from behind after he had just put a beating on a Randy Orton, and like his leg was hurting and he cashed in. And then today in like a 6-man tag, cashed in on something crazy, whatever happened. And he said he can't beat him on his best day. He said he challenged him to a WWE title match at Raw night tomorrow. On Raw tomorrow. Next up was Alexa Bliss versus Charlotte Flair. This was a good match. This was good stuff. They get a lot of back and forth early on, but Charlotte Flair was just molly-whopping Alexa Bliss all over. She was wiping the floor with them. It was really weird because they were in Columbus, Ohio, which is Alexa's hometown, and they didn't announce her from Columbus, Ohio. They just said Alexa Bliss, but they announced Charlotte from Queen City, and they announced Becky and Bianca from their place. I don't know. It was really weird that somebody from Columbus, they didn't announce that she was from Columbus. It was just really weird. But yeah, Charlotte got like a lot of offense in there. She was taking her out every time Alexa tried to get any little sort of advantage. Charlotte would just shut that thing down. She did the thing where her baby El Idolo. She does like the backflip from the top rope, but they move, so she does like another backflip. Before she started dating Andrade, though, she did something like that in NXT. I don't know if she ever did it on television or on the main roster, but I know that I saw a live show, a live event from like 2014 or 15 or something like that. It was Albany, and it was like Charlotte versus Sasha, and she hit a backflip, but Sasha moved out the way, but she moved forward, and then she landed on her feet and did like a front flip thing. That shit was fire. She doesn't do it often, but yeah, she does the top rope El Idolo thing. That was dope. She didn't hit the elbow this time, but she did that. That was good stuff. She got a 2 for that. Alexa Bliss hit the code red for 2. I think she went to go for Charlotte went to go for a figure 8, but she like reversed it and hit like a DDT. But she got her foot on the rope for 2. And then Charlotte goes to grab Lilly. She gets Lilly. Alexa Bliss is like, "Where'd you go? Hey, where's my doll?" And she has Lilly in her hand. She throws it at Alexa Bliss's face. Boom! Hold this boot. Here's a natural selection, because she tried to hit it before. She tried to hit a natural selection, but like Alexa like moved out the way, kind of, and that's when she hit the DDT. But she hits natural selection this time and gets the 1, 2, 3. Charlotte retains. Really good match. They put on decent stuff. And then Charlotte like kicks her out the ring, and then she gets Lilly, and she said, "Flip your doll." She just rips that thing apart. And Alexa Bliss like attacks her from behind. Crowd is not having Charlotte Flair ripping up Lilly. Lilly super over in Columbus, and she brings her to the outside, and then she like throws her over the barricade, and she stomps on the stuffed doll, and says, "No more Lilly," and then she walks out. And then Alexa Bliss is looking all very sad, very very loud Bliss chants, "Bliss, Bliss, Bliss, Bliss." And then she goes in the ring. She grabs her fallen comrade, her baby, Lilly, and the crowd is chanting, "Thank you, Lilly." So, and then Alexa Bliss was kind of being a little crazy, was taking out her hair. So maybe this is the end of the Lilly stuff, and maybe she goes back to being the twisted Bliss, because she's great. So yeah, good stuff. Next up is backstage. Paul Heyman's on a phone talking to somebody, and then you just see like as he's talking, this is literally how it is. Hold that thought. Where the heck is my phone at? Oh, here it is. Yeah. No. That's good talk about the draft. Yeah. About the. Let me call you back in 2 minutes. One minute. Can I help you? He said, "Hey, Paul, who are you on the phone with?" Kayla's great. Kayla and Paul are like fantastic, and I hope like every week this happens. I kind of just wish that while he turned around, that Big E was just standing right there too. That would have been the icing on the cake, but it didn't happen. Paul was like, "Hey, who are you? My mother?" He's like, "You jealous?" He's like, "I got another journalist or an actual journalist. It's none of your business who I was talking to. All you need to know is Roman Reigns is gonna win tonight," or something like that. And the Usos come, because I think she had asked him another question, but the Usos come. It was like, "Hey, OG, we did it still," and they was like, "Kayla, champions, OG," and she said, "Now the bloodline, we got to go." Deuces. Good stuff. Next up is Jeff Hardy versus Sheamus versus Damian Priest. Another good match. This is the hits keep on coming. Very pro Hardy here in Columbus, Ohio. Everybody loved them some Hardy. It was Hardy. This was a whole bunch of good stuff. The crowd chanted Hardy, so as soon as the bell rang, Sheamus just like bicycle kneed Jeff Hardy out the ring. That was great stuff. And then Damian Priest comes. They go back and forth a little bit. It's really unfortunate how this was a triple threat match. In normal triple threat matches, like there's no rules, so you can pretty much do whatever you want in a triple threat match. There was nothing really extreme about this match, and I wish they used weapons and stuff like that. At least a kendo stick or something. But the most extreme thing that they did, honestly, is Sheamus had Jeff Hardy in like a clover leaf, and like Jeff Hardy went to go to the rope breaks, and they was like, "Nope, triple threat rules. You can't do that. It doesn't matter. You can't. There's no rope breaks." That and probably like when Sheamus's mask fell off, he tried to do something to like Damian Priest, and then Damian Priest like grabbed his nose, the one that's supposed to be injured, like grabbed his nose and started messing with his nose and stuff like that. That was probably as extreme as this match went, but the triple threat match was still good stuff. Um, Jeff Hardy was ridiculously over. Uh, more over than Damian Priest, but he's also Jeff Hardy. Uh, this is a hilarious bit where they were doing Damian Priest and Jeff Hardy was going there. I think Damian Priest might have hit Sheamus with a reckoning or something like that. Jeff Hardy goes to the top rope at 2, and he hits a swanton bomb on both of them. So he lands on them, and then him and Damian Priest are going at each other. Damian Priest goes to like do the Mickey Mouse thing. I don't know what they call it, but I call it Mickey Mouse ears. But he does that, and then he wants to go for the reckoning. And then Jeff Hardy like kind of reverses it, but he kind of stumbles a little bit. But they kind of recovered, but it wasn't that good. But it was fine because the match was still good. He hit a twist of fate. Then he wants to go to the top rope, and then Sheamus pushes Jeff Hardy off the top rope, and then he gets on the top rope and started doing the Jeff Hardy thing. He was just going like that. I was dying. And then he hit the knee on Sheamus for a 2. That was hilarious. He took out Jeff. He was doing the "Are you not entertained" thing. Then Jeff Hardy comes back in, takes out Sheamus for a little bit. They were doing the yay boo thing for Jeff and Damian Priest. There was some near fall. There was like some pins. Jeff Hardy got a couple near falls. He got one on the twist of fate, and then he got one almost on Sheamus. And then in the end, Sheamus hits a bro kick on Jeff Hardy, and then Damian Priest comes from behind and rolls up Sheamus for the win. 1, 2, 3. Crowd cheer. Damian Priest is over. They just didn't want him to beat Jeff Hardy, and he didn't. So it's because the crowd is smart and they knew not to do that. Yeah, that was good stuff. Next up, I don't know when this happened, but Big E did a rebuttal promo on Lashley. He said, "Bro, you must have lost your damn mind thinking that me interrupting me hiding behind anybody." It was like, I don't need to hide behind Kofi. I don't need to hide behind Woods. I don't need anybody. He was like, you want this ass whooping? You come get it. 8:00 p.m. on the dot on Raw tomorrow. Get the smoke. He didn't say get the smoke because that's copyrighted from Street Profits, but it was great. Next up is Becky versus Bianca Belair. Should have been the main event, but it wasn't because can't ever have nice things. But this was good stuff. Yeah, this match was fire, so fire. Back and forth greatness. This was pretty much them trying to one up each other, trying to pick who is the best. Was it a fluke? Was it a fluke win, or did Becky really earn that title? And that's pretty much the story. Like Becky was trying to hit her with the greatest hits. She was busting down new moves. Newer styles of like newer ways of doing what she normally does is what I should have said. She hit like her leg drop thing that she normally does to Bianca, but then she does like the roll thing that Bianca normally does. She's like, see, I could do that too. That's easy stuff. That's easy money. And then she tries to do the thing where she turns and then Bianca reverses it. Bianca tries to go up to the top rope. Becky tries to use her hair. She like pulls her down and they tug away her hair, and then Bianca pulls her close to her, picks her up, hits her with a spine buster for 2. That was good stuff. She tries to do it again on the outside. Becky tries to grab her hair, and then she grabs it again, and she's like kind of tumbles her down, but then Becky like reverses and hit her on the steel steps, brings her inside, and she goes to the top rope and hits the leg drop for a 2, and then she's like, 2? Are you kidding? 2? And then she like rings then she drives her to like the apron, so like she's hanging on the apron like this. Like this is the apron. Like this is the ring, like ropes. This is Bianca Belair like on the apron, and then this is Becky, and then she leg drops her on that. That was good stuff. Also for a 2, and then again Becky's like, are you kidding me? Like what are we doing out here in the streets? I think Becky hit like another power bomb on Becky because she tried to lock in the disarm her. Tried it a couple of times. She got the last one in. This was fire. So she got the last one in. She had it in deep, and then and then with one arm, Bianca just picks up Becky while the disarmor is still like on her. So she's like, so Becky is like, she has the disarmor, and like Bianca's like this with her on her with the disarmor, and then she transfers that into like the KOD position, and then she's about to hit the KOD, and then Sasha runs out, attacks Bianca, beats her up. Ref calls for the bell. She's just mollywopping. Bianca just takes her out, and then or Becky comes, and she's like, "Hey, me and she does like the Orange Cassidy type thing. She's like, yeah, me and you, 4 horsewomen. She didn't do the 4 horsemen. She should have, but she didn't. And then Sasha's like, yeah, no. And then she beats up Becky Lynch too. Hit backstabbers on both of them. And she said, I'll see you both on Friday. So, you got Sasha Banks. You got Bianca Belair. You got Becky Lynch. You got Naomi. You got Toni Storm whenever they get her to do some stuff there. You got Mia Yim, also whenever they get her to do some stuff there. They got Bayley when she comes back. Oh, SmackDown's women's roster is fire. And then they announced that Big E's gonna face Bobby Lashley for the WWE title to kick off the show on Raw tomorrow. And then we had the main event, which again, fire. What is that? No, that was something else. But yeah, that event was fire. The main event was fire. They start off pretty good. Good stuff. How they start off. Finn was kind of no-selling a couple of some hits that Roman was doing. Roman was selling some hits and chops normally if Finn Balor would try to do. Roman would laugh it off, but he would chop him. He's like, you're chopping me, kick him. He's like, and then Roman would clothesline him, and he would get down, but he'd get right back up and stuff like that. So that was some good stuff. Funny bit, the crowd was chanting, "We want tables," and Roman had knocked Finn down for a little bit, and then he goes outside the ring, goes under the ring. The crowd is cheering. He's like, "Yeah, he's about to get tables," and he gets a kendo stick. The crowd boos him. He's like, I get the tables when I want to get the tables, when I want to get the table. And then he's turning, he's looking, he's like, where's Finn? And then Finn emerges and has a Balor demon sized kendo stick. They were bundled, and kendo sticks was 4 of them bundled. And he goes in there, he starts beating Roman with all those kendo sticks. Side note, Finn Balor came out with a mohawked helmet thing. That was kind of fire. I kind of like that. So he was beating Roman with that, and then they were chanting, "We want tables again." Roman said, "No tables. We're not doing any of that foolishness." And he kind of Finn kind of does the apron thing on him, and he starts kicking his face in. And then Roman goes somewhere that way, and then he grabs kind of grabs the table a little bit, and then Roman boots him, and puts the table back in there. He goes, "It's no tables, none of that table foolishness. And then he told Pat McAfee that the crowd was dumbasses, which Pat McAfee repeated, which was hilarious. And then Roman tries to get Finn, and then Finn takes him out again, and then he tries to like get tables again. This time he gets the table, and he puts it on the inside, and then as he does it, Roman like hits him with a drive-by to Finn, and his head like hits the thingy thing, the ring post. I kind of was wishing that Roman took the table from inside the ring and then put it back under the apron, or put it back under the ring. No tables, none of the table stuff. No, we don't do that stuff. But he does that. They brawl, and then Roman like tosses him to the outside, and then he puts his hand out, and Roman and then Paul Heyman hands Roman a mask, so that was hilarious. So he went in the crowd with his mask on, beating up Finn Balor. He tosses him to the I think the pre-show table, and Finn like did like a crossbody to Roman on the table. Crowd cheered for that because they've been chanting "We want tables" all night. So they finally got the table spot, and then Finn Balor brings him back in the ring. They chant "We want tables" again. So Finn like set up the table, and then Roman used that to hit a Uranagi on Finn Balor, Demon Finn Balor, for another 2. That was all good stuff. More good stuff. Roman, what did I put? Uranagi, Finn through the table. I just wrote a whole bunch of stuff like out of order, but Finn, I think Roman tried to go for a Superman punch, and then Finn reversed it to a sling blade. He like drop kicked him out the ring, threw him on steel steps, put him back in the ring. I think he's about to do the foot thing again. Roman hit with the Superman punch. That gets a 2. I think he hit him with the I think Roman hit him with a spear. Something happened in between that, but Roman caught him with a spear, caught Finn with a spear, and then Demon Finn kicked out at 2, and then when he kicked out, he hit the nuts, and then Roman was like, nuts, nut bones, and then Demon went to go up to the top, and I think I heard Paul yelling for the Usos. I thought he was like Usos. Maybe I felt like I heard him yell Usos, but he hit the coup de grace on Roman, and Roman was not finna kick out of that. He was laid there, and then the Usos come out on 2, pull him, and then they was beating up Finn. They tried to set up a table, and they were about to powerbomb the table, but Finn like got out of it, and he powerbombed Jimmy through the announce table because they had took Jay out. He powerbombed Jimmy through the announce table, and then out of nowhere, boom! Hold that spear through the barricade because we like those spots. We never get tired of those spots. And then he's laid down. Everybody's laid down, and then Finn's music hits New Jack style, and as soon as he goes boom boom, he's like does the heartbeat. It's like a heartbeat. He goes, boom boom. And then he low-key just no-sells. He just no-sells it, which is hilarious. No-sells that spear through the table. His music just plays throughout the rest of the time. He gets up. He drop kicks Jey Uso through the table. He threw Roman on steel steps. He threw him on the inside. And it was like really cloudy and fuzzy and stuff like that. It's like it looked like he's trying to do the coup de grace and then just trying to like do something with like his foot handling, something like that. I don't know. It was something weird that he was doing up there. But then the ring rope like just fell, like the whole ring just like fell apart, which was the part that nobody really liked. And then Roman caught him, got in there, hit him with the spear, 1, 2, 3, and still Universal Champion Roman Reigns. And then Roman does a thing where he like looks up to God, or maybe he was like doing a tribute to Sabu or something like that. I don't know what he was doing. He went like that, and then they were like commentary was kind of talking about like some divine thing that happened that helped him win, something weird like that. But the crowd was not happy about it. They did not like that. But I can name a whole bunch of things that was worse than what happened. I can name you finger poke of doom. Remember finger poke of doom? That was butt cheeks. Uh, you remember the whole thing with the Bray Wyatt thing with the steel cage with Seth Rollins. Remember that was a thing. You remember when Brock Lesnar ripped the cage, and he gave a F5 to Braun and Roman, and somehow the match ended in a no contest. Remember that? That was a thing that happened. Remember when Roman speared Brock Lesnar through the steel cage, and Roman's back hit first, or Brock hit the cage first, but they still said Roman did it because his feet kind of technically hit first. Remember that? That was a thing that happened. Yeah, I can keep going. There was so many way worse finishes that happened that happened than that. That was just one of the least ones. It was a stupid thing that happened. It shouldn't have happened. But there's again another wrinkle in the thing. Was like, well, the Usos came in there. Well, something happened with the ropes. Maybe it was a divine thing. Maybe God did it. Who knows? It was a whole thing that they could spin to make Finn still look good or something like Finn is Finn, so nothing. Finn's gonna get his eventually. Maybe they might keep him on SmackDown and give him that. He might win that title at WrestleMania next year. If they don't do him versus Rock, they might do him versus Demon Balor. They might do a round 2 for him to get that title. But yeah, that was good stuff. That was a good show. It was a good show. Besides the ending that nobody liked, but I didn't mind it. I would give the show. I'd probably give it an A-, B plus A-. Like the show was really everything was really good. The 6-man tag match was really good. Usos, Street Profits was fire. Becky, Bianca was fire. Charlotte, Bliss was really good. The main event was fire. Sasha Banks came back. That's fire. Yeah, this show was just fire. Yeah, I'd probably give it an A-. Oh, Hardy, Sheamus, Priest, fire. Yeah, I'd probably give the show an A-. The show was fire. What did you guys think of the show? Did you like the show? Did the show get hampered because of the ending? What if the triple threat match was the Bianca versus Becky? What if that match ended last? Would the show be even better for you? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out.